Hello, 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 my beautiful people. It's your awesome girl, DJ, right here up in Awesome Studio, bringing you the awesome lives, beautiful artists, beautiful jokes and laughter, but most importantly, some awesome educational. So here we go with my beautiful show, with my beautiful, lovely guest, Jawariah. What is up? What is up? What is up?
What's up? What's up, people? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Yeah, let's go. So we about to have a nice, awesome, and soulful time. I have to
Yes,
definitely, first
ma'am.
of all, definitely gotta just really shout out to first of all Treasure. Treasure introduced me to this lovely lady through her
Yeah,
awesome.
shout out to Treasure.
If you guys don't know, she is part of Evolute Culture. Gotta shout them out too as well.
Yes.
Jaria, Treasure, Sean Battles, as well, the CEO of the whole situation program, everything. Because of them inviting me to their space, I was actually blessed to meet Miss Lady Amethyst. And through it all, I've been having a great, awesome, just during the whole pandemic. I mean, me and you built an awesome friendship
Oh,
through this.
of course. Absolutely.
I could keep on rambling, gambling, and a whole nine, but I think the queen got to talk about the queen herself. So, Mr. Aria, who the heck are you?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm probably gonna be laughing this whole time because like the energy is amazing. I gotta get it together.
I know.
Um, so my name is Jawariah, but I go by Lady Amethyst as well. That's my poetress name, however you want to call it. I was born in Newark, raised in East Orange. I lived in Georgia for a year, came back, and now I'm still back in EO. I'm a mom of two. My oldest has special needs. He's autistic, and he's 8. He just turned 8 in October. And I have a amazing 1 year old who runs rampant around the house or what have you. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a spoken word artist or a poet, if you want to say it like that. What else? I'm a spiritualist. I am an empath. I guess motivational figure. I guess you want to call that because I be spitting gems, and they don't even know that I be spitting gems.
You really did.
As you said, I'm a part of many things. Oh, also a model. I can't forget there because I know you probably gonna check me on it.
Definitely am.
Low key model. I don't really put that out there, but for the amazing sister Mira, Auntie Mira, I do model for her. I actually was showcased in some of the things she's done. I know I was featured in the Newark Arts Festival a couple years ago with her. She told me that I was also featured at JPAC. I think it was also at Above Art Studio. I'm not quite sure. You might have to ask her on that if
Yeah,
she's here. If she can
I was
comment
there.
in the
Yeah,
thing,
she
because
was
I'm done. She's
probably.
watching. She can probably let you guys know a little bit more about that. What
Yeah.
else? What else? What else? What else? Um, I am an author. I am a published author. A lot of
Yes.
people don't know that. I got published back in 2011 by Elijah Brown. Uh, I was back in the group with him. It was called Youth and Spoken Words at the time, and
Yes.
he actually published all of her books. So it was a small little chapbook. I have to find it somewhere around the house.
Mhm.
But I am planning on working on a second book because everybody keeps asking me when you coming out with another book. Um, so that's gonna be in the works. So that's I just dropped that today. A lot of people don't know about that because you got to move in silence because when you move in silence, stuff gets done. Um, yeah. So
Totally.
um, what else? I also paint on the side as a hobby, but that's not really something I broadcast like that. That's something that's very therapeutic. I do make jewelry, handmade. Takes forever, but I do that as well. So I'm a little bit of a jack of all trades. If you want a queen of all trades, I can't say jack because that's a guy. I'm a queen of all trades. If you want to say that, yeah.
There
Who's
you go.
I'm trying to see what everybody's saying.
Yeah,
I
we
read the
got
comments.
John definitely said that third eye though.
Yes.
I
Oh,
know.
thank you. She said She said, yes, she uses so many things because, oh, thank you.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm very humble. I'm very, very humble. Like, I don't like, trying to, when people say that stuff to me, I'm like, oh, thank you. Thank you.
I know.
Thank you.
I know. It's funny because I'm glad that you mentioned the model part too. That's where I like met you first before I actually met you, and I didn't put two and two together till I looked a little further. I'm like, wait, I could remember because me and Amir, we did I want to say 2 years ago or such, we did the Women's History Month exhibition in
Mhm.
above our studios, and she had her lovely pieces there. Even my partner and I, we went, and she like was amazed about it too. We like kept talking about it like instantly and intriguing, and it
Yes.
goes to show you how small this world
Six
really
degrees of
is.
separation.
It is so small because I met her before I even met you, and then I didn't put two and two together till I was like, wait a second, that was her the entire
Yeah.
time.
And what's crazy, I got stopped before, like, I've seen you somewhere. No, you haven't. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Like, I've seen your pictures somewhere. I'm like, oh, okay. There
yeah,
you go. And also, I featured for her show when Women Speak. She got a shout out when
yes,
Women Speak. And I mean, I have to say, out of all the shows in the area, hers has been the most turned out, most
yeah,
ongoing. Um, I love it because I actually featured. I don't know if it was her first show or second show, but I've been riding and rocking with it ever since. And I mean, like, it's
yeah.
a phenomenal platform for us
It
women
really is.
to get our voice out there, and you meet all people from all walks of life. So I kudos to
Mm-hmm.
her for continuously doing
Mm.
it and not stopping. Because even when she had the source of knowledge, I mean, it was packed. Like, you couldn't even get a seat. That's how crazy it was. Like, that's how
Oh
packed.
yeah,
Have you ever been to source of knowledge upstairs on the second floor? It was packed. And even when she went to the cave, packed. So
I believe it.
I'm and even when she has it virtually, and I'm glad that she continued it
Yeah,
even through the COVID, and
yeah.
then to see a branch off when people speaks with James Ellerby, that's
Oh
just
yeah,
amazing. So
yeah,
kudos to her. Like, she also inspires me. I know we'll get into that later, but she's
yeah,
one of definitely the top people that inspire me to continuously do what I do.
yeah.
Um, Amazing, phenomenal.
100%. But I know, like, we gotta get to you though. We gotta really get to you because this is your day.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I know that you definitely, like you said, you're a mother, a spoken word artist, a model, definitely at that as well. And what's so beautiful about you too is that you show beauty and the essence of those struggles as well. And I want to
Right.
go a little bit deeper, like what actually started you to really be motivated through these hardships of going through the process of, really handling and managing and juggling, all these things,
Oh God. So
you know?
so this is gonna be actually the first. Well, not the first time, but this will be the first platform I'll actually talk about it because I'm now at a point in my life where I can talk about it. So it actually stemmed from growing up. You know, I had both my parents, but unfortunately, at a young age, my father did leave.
Mm,
So I did deal with that. From I believe age 4 or 5 till about 17 or 18, I was victims of rape,
mm,
molestation, abuse.
mm.
Um, so there were points. I know at a young age I was also diagnosed with bipolar disorder. A lot of people don't know that either about me. Um, so being diagnosed with that, I went to therapies, and I believe it was one instance, and I used to self cut too, self harm. So if it wasn't until my mom, shout out to my mom, hey mom if you're watching, she actually handed me a notepad, like the Manila, the yellow
Yeah,
pads, and a pen. She's like, here, instead of doing all that, write it out. And ever
yeah,
since then, I mean, like from then till before I became a mom first time, the poems and stuff was always about depression and heartbreak. I kept
yeah,
getting my heart broken. I kept going through that whole spiel of,
yeah,
the typical youngster when you get your heart broken. and all that stuff. I'm just holding my thing like this right now until I can get it situated. So that's what it stemmed from because I felt misunderstood and hurt, and I got bullied. A lot of people don't know that either. I got bullied majority of my life from going to an Islamic school because I was raised Muslim. I'm going to an Islamic school, being one of the few black children there. Well, you don't act black, you don't talk black, like
Mhm.
you're not black. Like, what does that even mean? Like, what is when you're young, you don't really understand. And
Yeah.
then with the kids, parents don't really teach their children either. Like, the parents don't really correct their kids. They just think like, oh, it's okay. Then it was because how I looked, because of how
Yeah.
I acted. I didn't act like everybody else. And then what's crazy, I went from private school to public school. So when I got to public school, everybody was so interested, like, well, who are you? Like, I remember I
Yeah.
went to Campus 9, so everybody started early. I started late. So everybody was interested in, like, who is she? This, that, and the third. And
Yeah.
I didn't know the difference of people taking advantage of you, just want to be friends with you just because they want something, and then the difference of genuine people. So a lot of the times, because I'm such a kind-hearted individual, I got
Mhm.
hurt.
Hurt. Yeah.
Um, People wanted to start fights with me over because I didn't say hi to them in high school, and I'm just like, bro, you know how many people are in like the hallway? I can't hear you.
Yeah.
From because I was friends with somebody else, people wanted to fight me because they felt like I was taking a friend away. I'm like, bro,
Mhm.
what? What?
Yeah.
So a lot of my trauma is what
Mhm.
stems my art, like my writing, because that's what I did first. I wrote before anything. I also joined clubs in high school. Like, I was a part of the photography club. I was a part of the chess club. I was a part of student council, student senate, environmental club, film club, track team. Uh, oh God, I was a student ambassador. I was a part
Wow.
of the National High School Scholar Society. So my grades, like, I was an honor student all the way. So I always found things to keep me occupied. Oh, I was also outside of school. I was a part of when East Orange had it was East Orange PAL, so it was East Orange Female Mentoring. I was a part of that for 8 years. So
Wow.
just being mentored and learning how it is to be a woman,
Mhm.
um, how to properly express yourself
Mm.
as a woman, and just being just they help groom us. So we went everywhere. Like, they took us to trips. I learned how to walk for the
Wow.
first time in my life through that. So all these experiences in life pretty much stemmed me to write along the lines after become a mom. So there, in that point, I had to realize, okay, you got to write something about something else. You can't keep writing about the same traumas because you have. For me, writing was just an outlet for me. It
Mhm.
wasn't until I became a mom and became older and grew that I could use this as an outlet. Like, this is my voice because I felt like being threatened. Well, if you tell what happened to you, you know what's going to happen. You don't
Mhm.
talk about it. I'm gonna find you. I know where you're at, type of thing. So I lived in fear for a while, and I realized that I had a voice, whether I believed it or not. I had one. So I used my words. I used because even when I was in a group, a largest group using spoken words, I was scared as hell to perform. I would perform super fast. I still do it nowadays when I get nervous. Not
Mhm.
as bad, but I was scared because I'm like, well, what if nobody likes it? Like, what if it's worth? Like, I had that fear.
Yeah.
So becoming a mom, I gained that confidence because having my first son, I never experienced love like that before in life because I felt like I wasn't loved enough. I felt like nobody really cared about me. I felt like I was garbage. I felt like I was trash. Like, I didn't matter. But having my son,
Mhm.
I was able to give that love that I felt like I never got.
Wow.
To pour into him, and then for him to pour back into me, and then finding out that he had autism down the line. I was
Mhm.
upset because everybody kept saying, well, you need to get him checked out, like something don't seem right. I said, no, 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 there's nothing wrong with my child. Every child is
Mhm.
different. But then I started seeing the signs, and I'm like, like, I'm not going to love him any less.
Mhm.
I'm just going to, we'll just rock with it till the wheels fall off.
Yeah.
So over time, I've learned so much just from having him. Everybody can tell you, like, my children are my everything. Like, every show, Evoluculture,
Yeah.
Sean can tell you.
Yeah.
Jayden was with me at every show, whatever I was able to. Jayden was with me at every single show.
Yes.
They, I don't know if there's videos. Like there was one point he was hitting the djembe, and everybody was like, "Okay." Like I used to get so nervous, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like I don't want people to be like, "Oh my god, her kid messing up the show." But it wasn't like that, and that's when I fell in love with Lou because it was non-judgmental. You can come as you are. Nobody judges you, type of thing. So in the process of having him, I've learned my writing changed. I started talking about being a mom,
Mm.
talking more about self love, talking more about embracing who I am as a person.
Yeah.
Um, because in that point, it's like stages. My writing happened in stages. Of like that point in my life was about the trauma. Really didn't talk about it. It was more so depression and everything like that, about suicide and all that stuff.
Mm.
Then when I became mom for the first time, I was talking about motherhood, about my child and stuff like that. And then I took a break because I had serious writer block, and I was like, "Yo, it's so frustrating to sit here and try to write something, and it hurts." Like I was mentally getting headaches trying to sit here and figure out what I'm gonna write.
Yeah.
So I took a break, um, and then I found other outlets, um, whether it was going outside for walks, whether it was speaking. Recently when I had my second son, I started getting more into my spiritual work, like as far as my crystals and
Yeah.
helping others. And then along the line, modeling came into play. Sister
Yeah.
Amira kind of recruited me. She was like, "Yo, you should really take pictures of me." I'm like, "Okay." I don't even really know how it happened, but it happened. And ever since then, I've been rocking with her. And she's like, "You should really model. Like, you have a face." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
You do.
She
I'm
was like,
about
"The
to start
camera
that.
loves you." And I remember it was one point she said to me, she had so many pictures of me, she didn't really know what to do with them. And like, she could make a whole catalog of how many pictures she has of me. I don't, and something along the lines of that is what she said to
Yeah.
me. So I was just blessed and humble and appreciative of just somebody seeing one of the individuals who saw the potential in me,
Yeah.
you know, and people in my life, especially the people that are close to me now, like I thank them because if it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't for them, I would not be where I am today. I wouldn't have the mindset I have today. I wouldn't be this outspoken. I wouldn't be this unapologetic if it wasn't for certain individuals in my life.
Yeah.
And I have the mentality now, if they don't like me, oh well, I'm not meant for you. You're not meant for me. You
Exactly.
get me? Like, I'm not going to apologize for anybody in my
Yeah.
life who doesn't
Mm.
want to be there. Hold on. I'm going to try to turn around because I just, hold on. Hold
Yeah,
on.
dope, dope.
Hold on. Wait. Medical
Take
difficulties. Hold on.
no problem. But what's
Okay,
so
there we
beautiful?
go. Okay.
Like, let me. I want to say something too, because it's like you
Hold on, I'm gonna set
show.
up a little bit.
Yeah, if you
Hold
like
on.
got me.
There we go.
If
There we go.
you really truly think about it, because of the growth and the experiences and the just in general your trials and tribulations, you use it as fuel in a sense.
Mhm.
Do
Yeah.
what you do. And even too, like some artists, like even for me as an artist too, like there's times I don't really have the painting idea or the writing idea or just in general, like any type of idea. Sometimes I'm just straight out flat. And
Right.
people tend to forget it's okay to have those moments too, which
Right.
you definitely, I mean, definitely. If you want anybody to tell you it's okay that you're not even inspired today and you can't even find inspiration or you're just not even in the mood, this is the person for you.
Right.
She'll
Right.
tell you
And
like, I'm not even inspired right now either, too. So, it's all go.
right.
And what is really cool is that you do mention as well the community. Your community do make a huge difference from the support, especially from Mama Bala, and definitely from Treasure and Sean and even Ambition, like even Tori, like all of them. I could definitely tell like how they like even Don himself too. I can't forget his his butt, but
Right, and you know,
I
like
love how they
even
do that.
right, like even there's a lot of people like Lou. You know,
Yeah,
that's my poetry partner. Like Unspoken Truth, like we created that.
yeah,
Um, like she's another one. Like you know, it's so many people that I want to name that I can't name because it's gonna take
yeah.
forever. But
But they
if it
all play
was
a role. They all
right,
play a role into why you are the way that you are right now, and two, why
yeah.
you the mother that you are, why you the artist that you are, why you're Jawariah, why you Lady Amethyst, and it's just amazing that I'm even part of that
Oh
community.
yeah, yeah,
See, look,
yeah,
ambition.
definitely.
I told you, ambition was going to shout out them shades. I told you you were going to be jealous of them shades. Don't be surprised if you close your eyes and them gone, man.
Bro, you all the way in Philly, like I would know if my shades go missing if somewhere you pop up and you no, bro, I will find you. Okay,
Yo,
these were gifted to me, and I take very much pride in these shades. Like they're not just shades to me; it represents like me and my spirituality. That's why y'all see me in like one of the states that I am. I feel like I'm dressing like this a lot more often.
yeah.
Um,
I just love the.
um,
It's just your aura. It matches who you are as a
And you
being.
know what's crazy? And I think I said this, and I feel like I should do this a lot more. I didn't even know. Like, I think I talked about betrayal because I recently went through something where I felt like I was betrayed.
Mm,
And I said along the lines of, I don't know how much I impact people. I don't know. I really
mm-hmm,
honestly don't know. Because people honestly don't really tell me. But one thing I do know, I'm genuine. I don't try to be something that I'm not. I'm
mm,
very transparent, and I've come a long way. So I would expect, or at least appreciate, if somebody can be the same way with me.
mm-hmm,
I don't apologize. I mean, I'll apologize when I'm wrong. I'll take accountability when I'm
mm-hmm,
wrong, but I'm not going to apologize for how I feel. I'm not going to apologize for speaking my truth.
mm-hmm,
At the end of the day, I'm the type of person, I'll tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And I feel
mm-hmm.
like 9 times out of 10, that's where we have these issues of people not being real people and friendships falling off because they want to sugarcoat. I'm not going to sugarcoat.
Yeah.
As simple as that. So
I wanted to
that's
also
go ahead, go ahead.
too. I wanted to also like just show some of your folks the beautiful pictures, by the way, of your modeling and
Oh
everything.
God, I didn't know you were
I
gonna
got
show
to.
pictures.
I got to. Okay, there's so many, and even just the ones that you just do for fun and just chill out. But
Oh
it's just
wow.
so. I know it's like first of all, it's just so. Oh my gosh, it's just so angelic.
And
It
sometimes I
is,
don't even recognize myself.
I know. I know. It's just
That shit was
ah,
fun. That was fun. That
actually.
was a fun one.
But my um number one favorite is this one. Definitely my
Oh
number one.
wow.
This one's my number one favorite because it's like almost as if when she told me that was a photo and she just edited off the software and everything, I was like, you lying to me. And it's just so like this one is definitely my number one favorite because it has so much abstract as
Word.
well.
Wait,
Like
wait, hold on. What did Mitchell say? Oh yeah, I'm a makeup artist too. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, I do my own makeup. I forgot to say that.
once again, once
I
again,
felt taught, by the way.
this she tend to forget what she do. She do so much that she forgot what she did.
For real.
How you gonna
I'm a
forget what you
mute.
do? How you gonna forget what you do? Next thing she gonna say, "Oh yeah, by the way, I cook too."
Oh yeah, I do that too. Not all the time.
She is stuck on the side too. You better cook something to cook something for you and your baby.
What's crazy, and now that we're talking about it, I did not realize how much I did until you said something. That's
Yeah,
how humble I am. I did not realize how much I actually do until we talked
yeah,
about it. And that's amazing. Like, And being a
That's a
mom, a
great,
full time mom on top of that,
yeah, that's a
that's
great,
crazy.
really great thing.
So
It
I
goes,
don't know if you can pull up. I actually did a bold shoot where I was exposed. Sister Mira actually did those photos. I don't know if we. I don't know if they're actually on my page.
yeah,
It was a
most
women empowerment shoot.
mm-hmm.
I think. I'm not.
The
I'm
thing,
not quite sure. I was kind of like,
did she tag you to it? Because
no.
it
If you
might.
go to my, it might be in my photos. I'm not 100% sure.
Let's
So
see.
you're able to share. Let me. The power of. Let me go to my photos because I have a whole bunch of photos. I didn't realize how many photos I took.
Yeah,
Albums.
but they're beautiful. They're all beautiful. Oh, great
Oh
photos.
god. You
But
know, I'm
oh yeah,
actually gonna go to Instagram. I'm actually gonna go to Instagram because it's actually in the thing on my Instagram.
okay, I got you.
Damn.
Let me take this
So I don't know if
photo.
you guys can see. Can you guys see?
Oh yes, that one.
Can you guys see? Hold on.
I can bring that up on the Instagram.
Oh, you can do that? Okay, cool,
Yeah,
cool, cool. Because I don't want to like. You could probably do it better than me.
I
So,
got you. But by the
so
way,
sister.
as I pull it up too, I want you to talk about the unvoiced, by the way, because definitely
Awesome.
you
Yes. So,
got to
funny
talk about.
story. Funny story. Story time. I love doing my story time. So, it actually started out. My friend Tasia from high school, she was hosting something at, it was Bogies, but then it turned to Charge. So, at the time, it was still Bogies, but then it turned into Charge. We came there, we were having a meeting, we were talking. She was like, she wanted to expand it and probably do like something poetry, like an open mic thing. So I told her like, yeah, I do poetry, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So she actually and said, well, we were just talking. I said, well, I'll host it. You know, since I have experience in the realm, like I'll host it. And she pretty much gave me control over it. We were
Mm,
coming up with names, so I came up with Unvoiced Voices of People open mic. I was hosting it every single week. This is before I was driving, so I was busting to South Orange Ave.
mm,
It was Sunset Barbecue. They're not there anymore, but I was busting it every single week
mm.
from 7 to 10. So y'all know it's dark as hell over there on South. It's
Yeah,
like right across the street from like
it
West Side
gets
High
dark
School.
there.
So it's legitimately like by West Side. So
Mm-hmm.
I would do that every single week. It was free. It was come as you are. I had people, you know, everybody. I just wanted it to be a space for people. So it wasn't just poetry. It didn't matter if you danced, if you sung, if you did comedy. I had comedians
Yeah.
come through. I had dancers come through. So it was nice. But then I wound up having my second, so I just stopped it because I just felt like it was too much. I couldn't really handle. It was a lot. Trying to do it every single week, and a
Yeah.
lot. I commended the people who were consistent coming every week. And I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate them. Um, so after seeing Ambition, shout out to Ambition, seeing him do his showcase inspired me to bring it back. Since we were talking about, you know, stuff of that nature, I decided to bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
Because I said, you know what, I missed it. Somebody recently asked me about it. I said, you know what, I'm gonna bring it back. So
Yeah, and
I
I was
enlisted. Yes, you were. I enlisted a whole bunch of people that I knew that were talented, who were from all walks
yeah.
of life. And shout out to Don. I hit him at the last minute. I'm like, you want to co-host with me? And he agreed.
You just jumped
And
on.
yes, and he didn't expect it. And the chemistry between me and Don was awesome, and I loved it. And I was like, you're gonna stay on with me.
Oh
I
yeah.
want to keep you. So, and I didn't expect the feedback, like the amount of input and outpour from it. Like I just like, you know what, I'm gonna see how it goes. I came out with heavy hitters, and somebody was like, "That's how you make a comeback." Like out the door heavy hitters,
You did.
like even people from other states
Yeah,
in a
you
whole
did.
other time zone. People didn't expect it, and that's one of the things that I like. I want to come at people and they don't see it coming. The
Yeah,
element of surprise.
you
Because I don't
definitely did.
like I said, I don't want to be like everybody else. I don't want it to be like how these all like typical things are. So
you want it different, and that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to have
yeah,
something different flavor, you know. And when
I'm
you,
stupid. Oh, hello, DJ.
I
Hello.
know what you meant by that. Um, if y'all didn't see that show, y'all wouldn't know what he meant by that comment. So
Yeah.
no, it was so. Oh my gosh, I had a great time just watching because you had the greatest of all greats come in. And when you had, I can't think of his name right now, but like there was so many. I mean, from you had Raz, definitely that was a killer one. You had John himself too. He performed too, as well as you did your little performance, but also like Ambition. You also had Amira Bala as well do her thing as well. Then you had some dancers and some other artists. Like you were just shoot. I felt like you might as well just brought a magician in there and everything because the way she brought everybody into the whole like it was a family reunion of artists. Like that's how dope.
Like
Jar-
even people were shocked because I had somebody that people haven't seen in forever,
yes.
and I want to say this. I am thankful because this is one of the things people need to understand. When you put good out into the universe, good always
Oh
comes
yeah.
back to you. When
Good.
you're kind and genuine to others, it will come back to you. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of the people didn't have to say yes to me. They could have simply said, no, I ain't
That's
doing it.
true.
Are you going to pay me? They
That's
didn't
true.
do that. And I think it was off of the strength of me that they did it. And I'm thankful for that. Like,
Yeah.
so we're bringing it back next month on the
That's right.
4th or 5th.
And that's right in the month
Correct me if
probably.
I'm wrong, Don. So that's when we're coming back. I don't have a lineup yet, but just know that it's probably going to be some returning people. If anybody is interested, please hit me up,
Yes, please.
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 Because there were some people who wanted to get on and they missed it. So I'm probably going to bring those people back this time around. If anybody's interested, again, I'm reiterating, hold on. If anybody's interested, please inbox me, DM me. Hello. Um, oh, okay, cool, James. James, awesome. Yes, it'll be nice.
We got our people. Oh,
Um,
you tell the folks real quick the because I got it now.
yes, we're gonna show these photos. So,
Definitely
story
follow her.
behind this. Yes, I have. Look, and I'm a food enthusiast too. So if you guys see, Sister Mira actually did these shoots. So before, no, don't click yet. Don't click it yet. I just want to explain it real quick.
Pause it. There you go.
So, um, I actually was struggling with body images with myself.
Mm-hmm.
I am a thick girl. I'm going to throw that out there. And I wasn't very comfortable in my skin. I've
Mm-hmm.
always struggled with the weight, not really the weight, but my image. Because everybody's like, oh, you look good. Like, girl, I didn't believe it. And that stemmed from my trauma growing up. What
Mm-hmm.
year was that? This was like a few years, like last year, the year before last.
You had this
Um,
in
I
2018.
saw a picture of white women. I think it was like an interracial photo. There
Mm-hmm.
were big girls who did something similar to this, and I said, you know what? I said, if Lizzo can do it, I can do it. She embraces all her sickness, and I'm like, you know what? I have to accept and love the skin that I'm in. I can't just have days where I'm like, yeah, I know I'm fly. To oh my god, I look like shit. Excuse my language. I look like shit. I look in the mirror. I don't like how I look.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's years of people drilling it in me like I'm not good enough. You're ugly. Like you'll
Mm-hmm.
never. You're ill.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had my glow up moment, and then people was like, "Oh, they was trying to be on me." I said, "No." Even still now, like I still get those ugly, ill. I'm like, okay, but whose pictures where? This is what I want to say. Like, who's been featured where? But I'm
Mm-hmm.
humble. I don't throw it back in people's face because I feel like that blocks my blessings. But
Yeah.
yes, I asked Sister Mira, and my best friend was actually there with me. Shout out to my best friend Kathy. She actually helped write on my skin, as you guys will see. But we actually were in Bloomfield slash Montclair slash Glenridge. I'm always finding these nice areas. I'm one with nature. I love nature. So I wanted to be out in my element. Yes, I was barefoot because anytime I take a picture, if we outside, Sister Mary can tell you, my shoes will come right off. Okay, I got to be one with the earth. It's something about, as
Mm-hmm.
we say, like the energy and the vibrations of everything, and just being empathic. I have to be one with my element. So you
Yeah.
can show the pictures. Yes,
I mean, it just gets better and better and better, especially here.
it's something about the eyes. It's the eyes
It's
for
just
me.
the eyes. And even when you close your eyes too, it's like you really are at one. That's what just makes it just, yeah, I see where Amir, oh man. Oh man. Oh man. I just love it.
I feel like
It's
people gonna look at me different after these photos, but hey,
it's just so memorizing. It's so
somebody actually sent me one of the photos of one of these photos. I was like, oh my god, I'm so intoxicated. I'm like, bro, get on my DM.
you will get that too.
Wait, was that all the photos? That was all the photos?
That was most of them, but I wanted to get onto
Yeah.
the poetry. Definitely, I need them to hear your
Oh,
words before
oh,
before we go and everything. But I gotta let them hear your words and everything. So what
okay.
did you
Wait,
do to us today?
hold on. Because yeah, Ambition was asking was I gonna spit. I said, well, you have to tune in to find out. How about that? How about that? How about that? How about that? Oh my God! See my note. See, y'all pissing me off, man. Now I gotta log back in and. Uh,
Yeah, take your time.
in the meantime, yeah. But if you guys want to see more of those photos, you can go to my Instagram. It's
Yeah.
in the little circle part that says empowerment. So if you guys want to see more of those photos,
Let me show them
you
Instagram.
guys can go to my page.
Here's the Instagram right here.
Yep.
Definitely Lady Amethyst 93. You'll see all of her works, even if she has a cool little snack. You see all of our works over here. Definitely worth going and tuning and pretty much having a great platform too. And
Yes.
definitely, I just do.
Oh my
I
God.
you guys get
Yeah.
in contact with her because especially with Jawariah, she could get you connected instantly with any and everybody because she do. I mean, I'm not even joking. The girl knows the whole like city, the in and out. I'm not. I'm like stunned. The woman knew a person from Texas. I said, Texas is up in the building. Like, you go all the way to Cali, Texas,
Oh
Cali.
God, it's having me. Okay, give me 1 second, guys, because it's doing too much. See, Google's pissing me off. Google be doing too much. They be doing too much. Entirely, way too much. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm just thankful and I'm blessed. Like the relationships that I've built with people, you know, I'm just myself, and I just continue to be myself, and I hope that I inspire and aspire somebody to be their best selves. You
It's
know,
all
look, I'm getting
good.
all tongue twisted. Hold on, is it gonna work? Okay, I just want to sign in. That's all I want to do is sign in so I can spit these verses. And what's crazy, I've learned about myself. I can actually write on the side. So if somebody was like, "Okay, I need you to write something real quick." Oh, shout out real quick. Before I do this, I want to tell you guys I'm actually featured on somebody's track. I actually am on Apple Music,
Oh,
other
that's
platforms.
right.
I do want to share that. I'm gonna play that first. Before I read a piece. Shout out to Chaos One.
Is it on
Jahan.
Spotify too?
Huh?
Is it on Spotify too?
I believe it is. His artist name is Chaos Uno.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Hold on. I'm actually gonna pause it. I'm actually going to turn up my volume so you guys can hear it. So you guys ready? Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Hold on. Can you hear it?
Mhm.
So I'm gonna let you guys hear it real quick. Oh, hold on. My bad. There you go. Come on, phone. There we go. And the name of it is called I Am. Who is she? A simple reflection or just a fragment of her memory? A walking enigma, classified as an anomaly, depicted as a stigma. Spiritually free as each gene creates her complex anatomy, casted away like the black sheep. The hidden stars contain slowly bleeding out as she silently
Okay.
weeps, lost in the mass of unclarity. She simply was seeking for herself, which was truly the queen reincarnated, unapologetically. No longer some victim who doesn't know her worth, for the goddess within commanded that she put herself first. Relentless over self-pity and acceptance over defeat. Still she rises by breaking through glass ceilings and barriers while being poised and discreet. Rather stand for something than fall for anything. Release. Her pen is the instrument as her words are the song that wants to ring. For she is me, and I am she. Past and present as one. Thus was written in
Mhm.
their intertwined destiny. Now you know we, consisting of peace, love, and divine femininity. To not succumb to the afflictions of yesterday's past. We are still in God's design like art. It is what eternity lasts. Walk in faith and not by sight. Live our best lives and let our phoenix wings take flight. For alas,
Wow.
I am she. And she is
Yeah.
me. I am black man holding atlas on my back. I have a heart attack. An ancient artifact on canvas. A patient eternally blessed. I am stressed after 40 years, still a bit of test. I'm a shut down, vocalized sound in the background. Cut open my intestines, stitch words, metabolize. Father, break out of under just the paper. A reason, the
Wow.
belly of a
That
soul
is
feature. I
something.
am saliva, spit at a politician. So, I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but
Mm.
if you guys want to find that track, the name of the album is Beans. Hold on. Put it in the camera so you guys can see.
So you gotta. There we go. Beans. K. K. Is it Chaos Uno?
Yes. And
There we go.
also my bro El Nino, Rob El Nino, is on this album as well.
Oh
So
yeah, he was on your on voice too. That was fire. Yeah, he
and
fired.
and a lot of people don't know actually we featured together. Actually pitched in for him to get his first feature at the Cave. We did two features together, actually three, I think.
Mm.
Um hold on, I need my notebook to pop up. Okay. So I'm going to actually do, I would say, along the lines of my growth. So
Okay.
I can say something from when I first started to like now. Let me see, let me see, let me see, let me see. So I'll read my suicide poem because I haven't really shared that one like that.
Okay.
Oh goodness. Okay, it's called Silent Suicidal Scars. Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna put this like right here so I can see. The grasp around my neck. He thought he tried to suffocate, which only made me regurgitate those three words he tried to feed me. But the
Mm.
ego wasn't fully satisfied until he had me face down, hands binded.
Mm.
But he tried to take my breath away as he left those rings around my neck instead of on my fingers that were broken. When will I awake from this never ending nightmare? It's like my feelings are unreal, crying myself to sleep. My restless night seems so surreal, bruised and
Mm.
battered to the point where I feel like I don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Refusing to speak when what's truly on my mind submerged me into toxic acid so it can destroy my memories and burn my eyes to become blind. Eternally dying and suffering with each thrust and every stroke as they come inside, desperately pleading as they laugh and spit on my horrific and painful cries. My innocence taken, resulting in my haunted dreams. It was constant from age 5 to 18 with nothing but soundless pleas. Then the voice whispers, hush now, no need to cry. Time to wipe away your juicy mess. Lay there, take it once more as I want you to open up wide. Silence. It is the only sound. Let it affect your mind, body, and soul. Allow its symbiote to consume and take full control. Start to become numb, shutting out the world, for all she knows is silence. Will you love me even after you see these scars? Painted over with makeup and silicone, I'm a prisoner to my own mind, suffocating and overthinking and clusters of suicidal thoughts. Haze, the feeling of still being unable to speak, trapped in the web of trauma. Stitches bursting at the seams, a lost soul trying to find her way. Battle between light and the dark, find love in all the wrong places. Torment, drown these voices with empty bottles of disappointment and failures. Am I, as I contemplate the waste of space called life, I begin to write my note. There are many options to take my own life: a gun, some pills, a noose, or even a butcher knife. Jumping into oncoming traffic, hoping that a coach or New Jersey transit bus will run me over and make me splatter, because apparently I don't even fucking matter. All these years has been a daily brutal struggle. I just want to be put into a casket and be buried down 10 feet underneath dirt and rubble. I see no point in living. I lost my drive and they just keep on taking since I know I'm no longer given. Why did God put me here? Please tell me why. Because right now, as I weigh all my options, I see more than enough reasons to die. Y'all really don't love me or care about me, so I could honestly care less. Since I have no voice, I'm writing this final letter to complain and confess. Farewell to the place that isn't really my home. I was born by myself, so I'm departing alone. Everyone can judge and say that this is not right and they can send me to hell, but I no longer care, so I say, oh well. So by the time you finish this note, all you'll see is the blood trailing across the floor to find my corpse laying out of my bedroom door. So I wrote that like in a very, very dark place in my life. Like I struggled with it because at that point, that's exactly how I felt. Like I did not matter. You know, I blame myself for all these experiences happening to me. I was like, well, I deserve it. Like in one of those situations, like even after it happened, I got robbed. Like they stole from me and just pretty much left me there. And I'm just like, you know what? And it all happened because I was trying to be a good friend. I didn't let an individual go by themselves. And because of that, that situation happened to me. That's one of the situations because I was being a good friend. Yeah.
But what I enjoy, see, ambition beat me to it.
What do you say?
Vulnerability.
Yeah.
Vulnerability does show us exactly who we truly are and how we can actually connect to one another, because a lot of people don't realize that. See, everybody taking my word. Writing is amazing. I'm about to say that. This is my show. This is my show. Let me say that. Everybody taking my words and stuff. But yes, it's therapeutic and it's vulnerable.
It is.
And it's needed, because see, a lot of the people think that they think that they're by themselves, but when we have artists just like you who just put it into a concrete situation and show you are not the only being on this earth that feels the same exact way.
And that's why I do it. And like I remember one person, like after I did a piece at Evolue, came up and was like, yo, like I really felt that, like I connect with that, like I'm going through it too. And that's why I do it. And I tell people I don't write for the accolades, for the spotlight. How a lot of them are out here. It's like
Yeah.
I don't do it for that. I don't care about that. I want to save somebody's life. I want to be
Yeah.
able to touch somebody to let them know they're not by themselves. It's okay because somebody did it for me.
Yeah.
Like
And
if I never got that notebook,
that's
who would
true.
have known where I would be right now?
Yeah, that's true. Because like I wanted to also ask you too, like with all of your art and all of your, I mean, you're even a comedian too, by the way. But like just in general, it's just everything that you do. How do
Hmm.
you use your art to change the world?
Um, just by continue, no, just by putting it out there and just hoping that somebody hears it. Like I said, I do it to save a life, to change somebody's outlook, to let them know that hey, you're not alone, to know that it's not the end of the world, to let people know hey, we are strong, we're in it together.
Mhm.
And I just want to inspire. Like I just want my stuff to inspire. Like I know we're here for a purpose. We're placed on this earth to serve our duty. And one of the things that I want my craft, anything that I do in life, is to be able to at least help somebody.
Mhm.
That somebody takes something from at least something that I said, even if I know I repeat a lot, but you know, repetition, you have to keep repeating yourself for
Oh
people
yeah.
like for it to be drilled up in your head. But I want to impact somebody's life. I want to know that, hey, because of her, I'm a better person I am today. Because of
Yeah.
her, I have a different outlook in life. Because of her, I can see somebody like her and I see myself. If she
Mhm.
can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
Um, to let people, like I said, just so people know that you're not alone. Don't be afraid. Live your truth. Be comfortable in your own skin. Don't be afraid to take a chance because
Mhm.
somebody who remains stagnant, you'll be there. A closed mouth does not get fed. Okay,
Right about that.
and
I
like
know.
if you're not happy, this is what was said to me. Okay, if you cannot enjoy what you do when you get up every single day, then
Mhm.
maybe you need to change what you're doing.
Is that?
Okay, if you are not happy or
Mhm.
comfortable with what you're doing, then
Mhm.
maybe it's time to figure out what you're comfortable with and actually do it. You should actually enjoy what you do for a living. It's the
Is that?
difference between a career and a job, okay? That
Mhm.
9 to 5 stuff is out. Some I know we have to do it to make ends meet, but if you can sit there and perfect your craft and be comfortable and happy in your craft, then
Hello.
your money should come in or whatever, your wealth or whatever should come in as you do it. That's why I love if you can have multiple streams of income. You know, I enjoy what I do. I know there are days where I get discouraged, but I actually enjoy what I do. Seeing smiles on my kids' faces, seeing smiles on my loved ones' faces. And I actually inspired, I think, my son's father. He said that to me, like, yo, you really hit the nail with that when you said, when you wake up and you love what you do. It's not
Is
work.
that?
You shouldn't feel like you're a slave. You shouldn't
Yeah.
feel like you're stuck somewhere because I actually was listening. I was listening in with somebody earlier about Steve Harvey was talking about when he started with nothing. He was
Mhm.
sleeping out of his car.
Right. Yeah.
He was told he had to be somewhere like he what made like $300 one
Mhm.
place, and then went to Apollo and made $750, and he almost had $1,000.
Mhm.
So that right there shows you can have nothing and make it something, and never quit. And that really stuck with me when he was like, if you ever do something, the thing is never quit.
Yeah.
Just see it through all the way. Like, just follow through all the way. Like, because you're never going to know unless you try. You're never going to know unless you put yourself out there. It's okay to be afraid, but use that fear as fuel and motivation to keep going and push it. Like, I have to remind myself every day because there are days, like, even with the stuff I'm going through right now,
Mhm.
between like the health stuff I'm going through right now, between all this other stuff that God keeps throwing at me, I still get up every day and am thankful because somebody else has it far off worse than me.
Exactly.
There's no such thing as quit. There's no such thing as try. There's no, you just do. Like Nike, I wholeheartedly mean that switch, you just do it. You know, I have people depending on me.
Yeah.
I cannot afford to just quit.
Exactly.
And even when you think people aren't watching you, people are watching you. So I have to continuously remind myself there's probably somebody who is looking up to you, who looks forward to seeing you or hearing something from you. How would they feel if you just quit right now?
Exactly.
If they don't see your pictures, if they don't see your artwork, if they don't hear your words of motivation or your poetry, if they don't see something from you, how would they feel? You
That's
let
the
them
truth.
down.
That's
So
the
for
truth.
me, just knowing that I've impacted somebody's life, or going back to that, just knowing that I've changed somebody's life for the better in some shape, form, or fashion is good enough for me, and I feel fulfilled in my purpose on this planet. Because
There we
when
go.
we come back again, I want to do the same thing over. I just want to know, or just, I'm happy that I touched somebody's life.
And
Whether
that's
it's
what
good or bad, because even it doesn't matter if people falling off from me, because that hurts too. Like people that you've built with, then all of a sudden they just fall off because they just shut you out. I'm just like, I've learned to separate my feelings because maybe they're going through something,
I know.
and you know, maybe they stopped talking to me because for whatever reason. But like I said, I don't apologize. But as
Hmm.
long as I helped you, as long because like and this was another thing when people was like, well, when people say I'm flip flopping, I'm washing, whatever, I'm like, how? All I do is love and give love and outpour. I'm always supporting somebody, whether or not I buy from you or not. I am consistently supporting everybody else that I see. I want everybody to win, whether I know
That's
you, I don't know you. I love you, even if I don't know you. I love you. I want you to succeed. I want you to know that you can do whatever you put your mind to. It doesn't matter if you got $1 in your pocket.
yeah. Make
Make
something out
it.
of
Make something out that dollar.
it. Make something out of it.
There
And
is
you know,
plenty of times where I had nothing, but
that's
I still
true.
made sure my kids had, like, there have been points where I would make sure my kids were good before I did stuff for myself. I can tell you, I rarely have shit for myself. I'm just now getting stuff for myself because I would pour out into my kids or everybody else because, you know, for my kids come first. So as a mom, right, I think that's what any mom, any good mom, I would make sure my kids would be good.
And I feel you
I
on
would
that.
sacrifice buying shit for myself.
I feel you.
And
I feel
even
you.
to this day, like that's just how I am. I'll give the clothes off my back. I will give you my last dollar. That's just the type of person I am, and I never expect anything in return. That's one thing people get fucked up about me.
Yeah.
I'm the nicest person. Just don't trust me because you only got one time, and that one time is your last time. And sometimes I kind of renege because I got a big heart and I take people back in, but that be my downfall. But I've learned, like, sometimes you got to love people from a distance
That's true. Yeah.
and just focus on yourself. It's nothing wrong with being selfish sometimes. There's nothing wrong with putting yourself first, and especially if it's for your well being. So, on that
And you
note, yeah.
was Miss Jaharia.
Yep. I love you
Definitely
guys.
please follow her on the Instagram, Lady
I'm on
Amethyst.
TikTok. I'm on
Yeah,
Instagram. I'm on Snapchat.
she everything.
Snapchat. Yeah, wait. Yeah, I'm on Snapchat. I'm on Instagram. So I have two Instagrams. There's Lady Amethyst 93. That's my main page. And then Slay by Lady J is my business
Yeah,
page.
yeah.
I know she's
That
gonna. And then
follow her.
Facebook is my full name. Yeah, so Facebook, that's my full name right there. Y'all see my babies, my cutie pies. So yeah, that's my Facebook page, and my Instagram is Lady Amethyst altogether 93, and the other page is Slayed by Lady J, and TikTok is Lady Amethyst 93. I
There
have a
we
whole
go.
bunch of content. So if you
So
guys are interested, you guys can hit me up for any inquiries. If you need me to do whatever, I'm here. Just because
100%.
I have a resting face does not mean I'm mean. Because people like I need to smile more. No, that's just my resting face. Okay, it's just my resting face.
So definitely, you guys follow her on Instagram, Twitter,
Please.
or TikTok, Facebook, whatever you got, and we'll definitely see you next week with more. Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you
my
so much for having
show.
me. I
Everything
had
is
fun.
good. I see you next time. Bye.